Hello, and thank you for your interest in Komatsu products. Welcome to the Komatsu monitor lesson for the PC650LC-11. This video will start out by looking at monitor warning notices, which require operator action. We'll also look at eco guidance messages. We'll then move on to operator's mode, which allows the operator to program the monitor and set up the machine to his individual preferences. So with that, let's get started. Warning notices appear as action levels from Lo1 to Lo4 and accompany a caution lamp that is specific to the system or component involved. Lo1 warnings have a low urgency. Some functions may be restricted from use, but the machine can operate. Lo1 illuminates in yellow, accompanied by a yellow caution lamp and a yellow exclamation mark at the F5 function switch. Press the F5 switch for advice on the warning. Lo2 warnings have a medium urgency, generally associated with overloading a system. Stop machine operation and run the engine at medium speed under no load until the condition improves. Lo2 illuminates in red, accompanied by a red caution lamp, a buzzer sounding intermittently, and a red exclamation mark at the F5 function switch. Lo3 warnings have a high urgency. Stop machine operation and move the machine to a safe area for repairs. Lo3 illuminates in red, accompanied by a red caution lamp, a buzzer sounding intermittently, and a red exclamation mark at the F5 function switch. Lo4 warnings have a critical urgency. Stop machine operation immediately. Lo4 illuminates in red, accompanied by a red caution lamp, a buzzer sounding continuously, and a red exclamation mark at the F5 function switch. Let's discuss eco guidance messages. The eco guidance messages are friendly reminders being offered as advice for saving fuel during machine operations. The operator can choose to follow the advice and revise his operational technique, or he can continue with his operation of the machine as usual. The message will disappear after a few moments, or the operator can push the F5 switch on the keypad. Now let's look at the operator's mode. Press the F6 function switch to open the menu for the operator's mode. The first tab of the menu is Energy Saving Guidance. The menu item for Operations Records is highlighted in yellow, so press the F6 function switch to open that menu. Operations Records with data on working hours and fuel consumption help the operator judge the machine productivity and fuel economy for the last 24 hours of operation. We are back at the first tab. Scroll down to the menu item for Eco Guidance Records and press the F6 function switch. The screen for Eco Guidance Records displays the number of times that advisories were displayed on the monitor. Going back to the first tab, scroll down to the menu item for Average Fuel Consumption Record. Press F6. The average fuel consumption will be displayed in a graph for the last 12 hours. Push the F2 switch and the display will transition to the fuel consumption for the last 7 days. Push the F1 switch if you want to clear the data and start over, graphing new fuel consumption data. Back at the first tab, scroll down to the menu item for Configurations and press F6. The operator can select the timer to record data every day. The operator can also choose to split the day and begin timing fuel consumption with new data. He might want to do this if he was moving to a different job site or engaging in a different application during the day. Select a split time record and return to Operation Records. Notice the date and time of your split time record. Stop the record after you have the data you want, and then start a new split time record. Return to the home screen and notice the different display of the average fuel consumption gauge. Back at the Configuration tab, scroll down to the menu item for Eco Gauge Display and press F6. The Eco Gauge display can be turned on or off. Turn it off and the gauge will no longer be displayed. Back at the Configuration tab, scroll down to the menu item for Eco Gauge Display Fuel Target Value and press F6. The operator can decide what target value he is most interested in. Back at the Configuration tab, scroll down to the menu item for Eco Guidance Display On and press F6. The operator can turn off the friendly advice messages if he chooses to. Back at the Configuration tab, scroll down to the menu item for Eco Guidance Display at key off and press F6. The operator can also turn off the friendly advice messages that appear after the engine stops. We are back at the operator's menu. Scroll horizontally to the Machine Setting tab. The first menu item is Power Mode Adjustment for duty cycle production work. Press F6 to select this item. P0 is for heavy load mode, the highest production level. P1 is also for duty cycle production work. However, the hydraulic pump's cutoff mode is engaged to provide some fuel savings. Scroll down to the menu item for economy mode and press F6. There are 4 different settings. The higher the number, the greater your fuel savings. Scroll down to the menu item for automatic low idle setting and press F6. This feature can be turned on or off and works in sequence with the auto decel function. Automatic low idle lowers engine RPM to 800 RPM, 30 seconds after auto decel engages. An icon with 2 tortoises appear when automatic low idle is on. Scroll down to the menu item for fan reverse mode and press F6. The fan reverse mode is intended for blowing dirt out of the radiator compartment. Lower the lock lever, run the engine at an idle, and press the F6 function switch. It will take about 15 seconds to complete the fan reverse process. Engine RPM can then be increased. The control lever should not be operated while the fan is reversing. Reduce the engine RPM before stopping the fan reverse process. Scroll down to the menu item for Auto Idle Stop Timer setting and press F6. The engine will shut down automatically after idling for the time selected. This feature can also be turned off. Electrical systems continue running on battery power, so be aware and avoid discharged batteries. We are back at the operator's menu. Scroll horizontally to the After Treatment Devices Regeneration tab. A different video will be dedicated to this tab, so we will skip this tab for now. Continue scrolling horizontally to the next tab, SCR Information. We will skip this tab also and discuss it in another video. Scroll horizontally to the next tab, Maintenance. The specified maintenance intervals are listed, along with the time remaining until the maintenance items should be completed. A maintenance lamp will appear on the main monitor screen when the remaining time is within 30 minutes. The operator then schedules the maintenance and programs the monitor to indicate that a scheduled maintenance has been completed. Press and hold the F6 function switch. The reset screen appears. Press the F6 switch again and you are asked again if you want to reset the maintenance item. Press the F6 switch again to reset the maintenance item. We are back at the operator's menu. Scroll horizontally to the Monitor Setting tab. Press the F6 switch to select the menu item for Screen Adjustment. This is where the operator adjusts the brightness of the monitor screen. Scroll horizontally to brighten or dim the screen. Notice that this is for daytime use. For nighttime use, press the lamp switch to the moon position. Press F6 to complete your selection. Scroll down to the menu item for Screen Adjustment, Camera, and press the F6 switch. This is where the operator adjusts the brightness for the rear view camera. Scroll down to the menu item for Clock Adjustment and press F6. The first menu item is GPS Synchronization, which uses the Comtrax modem for determining time and date. Notice the menu items for time and date are grayed out. Press the F6 switch and turn off the GPS synchronization. With synchronization off, the time and calendar are no longer grayed out. Scroll down to the menu item for Calendar and press F6. The calendar can be manually adjusted to the proper date. Scroll down to the menu item for Time and press F6. The time can be manually adjusted. Scroll down to the menu item for 12-hour, 24-hour mode and press F6. The operator can select 12-hour AM, PM method of a typical American clock, or he can select the 24-hour military method of time. Scroll down to the menu item for Daylight Saving Time. The operator can turn this feature on or off. Back at the Monitor Setting tab, scroll down to the menu item for Language and press F6. The operator can select between 27 different languages for the monitor display. Back at the Monitor Setting tab, scroll down to the menu item for Operator ID and press F6. The operator can input his individual ID if the Operator ID feature has been enabled on the machine. We're back at the Operator's menu. Scroll horizontally to the Message menu. Your contracts administrator can send the machine a message. A green-colored envelope appears on the monitor screen when this occurs. This concludes the Komatsu monitor video. For more information, contact your local sales representative or visit komatsuamerica.com. Thank you for choosing Komatsu.